Are you set for the nightcap? We're set for the nightcap here at Softball City at the 2024 ISC World Tournament. Blair Sedford, Joe Todd on Omma Tigre and Northeast Drillers. Joe, we're starting considerably late. We've been behind on this diamond due to some extra inning games. We had a medical situation in the previous game with the Hill United Chiefs. That was about a 40-minute delay. We're pleased to report that the player in question, Ishmael Pena, is at the hospital, is being looked at. It is not anything neck or spinal related. It's not head related. Other than that, we're pleased to report that he's doing okay.
And that's good news. That was a real big collision, and there's all kinds of bad ramifications potentially coming from that, but he's got a good remedy going forward.
Well, yeah, he's in good shape. Let's talk about this one. There's the batting lineup. Teo Migliavaca, Blaine Milheim, Ken Schiller to lead things off against the Omma Tigre. Defensively for the Tigre, it's a surprise starter. Shota Onodera gets the ball for the Tigre. I think we all were expecting Rio Koyama. There's, you see the defense. Diaz in left, in center. It's Jonathan Cardona who draws in instead of Miguel Leiva tonight for the Tigre. Over in right, Keito Misaki, and then around the horn, Junior Flores, Jesus Cardona at second base, Carlos Menchaca, Kazuya Toriyama, and of course behind the plate, Ernesto Sanchez, as Teo Migliavaca ducks out of the way of this one.
The umpires for tonight's game, home plate, Scott McLaren from Penticton, British Columbia. First base, Kevin Wallace from Shipman, Illinois. And at third base, Matthew Leclerc from Donnacona, Quebec.
Onodera, the youngster that was the leader on the Japan U23 squad.
Seen him on video, but never seen him live in person.
Well, we're in the same boat then.
Yeah.
He came on and spent a lot of time in the bullpen warming up the other night. Ultimately, never got into the game against Toronto as Rio Koyama went all 7 in that one. Koyama has done the bulk of the pitching for the Tigre thus far. They're 2-0 coming in. They beat the Prince George River Kings 10-3, Toronto Batmen 5-1. And that one goes up the middle past the shortstop, Jesus Cardona, and Teo Migliavaca gets things going for the Drillers, Joe, who have been scoring runs by the bushel. 16-0 winners over the Richmond Rays in their opener. 11-0 over the STK squad. Blaine Milheim, Ken Schiller, Manuel Godoy, Marshall Kronk, Jordan Solorio, Juan Zera, all of these guys, multi-hit games, multi-RBI games, home runs, Godoy, grand slams, 2 home runs in a game. Very, very impressive.
And Drillers have not had a run scored against them in their 2 games.
Well, Huemo Mata and Martin Gonzalez combined for a no-hitter against STK on Monday morning. Mata, 2 innings, 1 hit in that 3-inning shortened affair against Richmond. Blaine Milheim batting .440 on the season for the Drillers. Big cut, comes up empty there. Milheim, one of our good friend Peter Labardius' favorite players on the circuit after seeing him in person for the first time in Simcoe this year. Joe, you and I have had the opportunity to watch Blaine grow and evolve into a top-level player over the last few years. 2018 with the Gremlins in the role that's being filled by the Tawny Moo-Moos and the others right now. Went off to Fargo and was a star there in 2021, 2022. Off to the Twins which became the Stompers, which became the Drillers, but it's the same group of
Yep.
guys. On the move is Migliovaca. The throw down slides into the tag, but underneath it, as the tag was up in the chest area. We're going to get a look on the replay here. Maybe.
Maybe. The bag pulled away, and I think his foot might have snuck in there now. When he loses contact with the bag, even though it's magnetic base.
Well, if the bag moves, that's not on him.
Yeah.
See, he doesn't tag him until the chest, and the foot's on the bag when he tags him. He slid around it. Great slide by Teo Migliovaca.
Good positional call by Kevin Wallace.
So a man up in scoring position, and the Drillers have scored early and scored often. But Blaine Milheim chases a really good-looking drop ball off the outside corner and down on strikes.
Great pitch location. Sanchez does a great job behind that plate.
He's a very good receiver. Cam Schiller, 2 for 3, 3 RBIs with a home run in the game against Richmond. He let some other people carry the load against STK. That was a clinic that they put on, an offensive clinic against Richmond. Now, it's against a team that's in another weight class entirely.
Yes.
Let's be really blunt and honest about that. But called strike. Still a pretty decent crowd here. It was practically full for the Hill United game, Joe, that you guys just finished up with Peter against JB. Two of the harder throwers in the game with Marco Diaz and Michael, thank you. I was confusing myself. Miker Pimentel. Bradley Ezekiel with an early solo bomb that set the Chiefs on their way.
Yeah, that was just the start of a big night there for the Hill United team. Great job by Diaz shutting the door. Only 2 hits in that game.
Just upstairs to Cam Schiller. I talked to Cam the other day, and he said to me, you know what, Blair, I am thrilled that I'm getting to play games in my own time zone. He said, I'm not the one that has to make the adjustments. We're always playing in the Eastern time zone. Cam lives down in Arizona. Here's a little flare out to center field. That's going to fall in. Migliovaca got a great jump, but they put out the stop sign. Brad Thompson way down the line throughout the stop sign, and a good idea because Jonathan Cardona threw in a rope to the plate. Gets it on the bounce, and bang, right on the money.
Step and throw, exactly what you're taught.
Schiller alertly went up to second on the play, and Marshall Kronk to the plate. 3 for 3, 3 RBIs in the game against STK. In for a strike. Joe, nobody better than Marshall Kronk in 2022. MVP of the ISC World Tournament, MVP of the World Cup in 2022 for the champions from Australia.
Had a great year.
Hard hit, ball. Great play by Cardona. It's short. Looks back, Migliovaca freezes him and then tosses to first to get Marshall Kronk. Saved a run and maybe 2.
Great play by Cardona because he was compressed in the infield too. He was real tight on that infield.
Yeah, he was in with the runners at third with less than 2 out. Now he can move back to his normal depth. give himself even more time. Jordan Solorio, 2 for 3, 2 RBIs in the game against STK. Young player from Mexico, and Joe, there are a lot of really good next-gen players that are coming along. Solorio, one of them.
Yeah, they got a lot of talent in that program down there. Glad they're making their way up and sharing with the ISC program.
333 average for the Drillers on the season. In for a called strike. Good-looking changeup from Onodera. Drillers started their season, Joe, in Simcoe, which was the second last week of June. And I'll be honest with you, they did not look very good in Simcoe.
No,
they made
weren't.
it into the semis, but neither of us were overly impressed. And you could tell that a lot of guys, they were right off the plane. That is down the line and just foul.
No, change of umpires. I think that's the Czech fella. Yuri Dostal?
I think it might be.
Yeah.
I know Randy was sending some updates here earlier this evening.
Yeah, I think that's for tomorrow what we got from Randy.
This one well hit, deep center field, and gone! Solorio points at Doug Eit as he rounds the bases. Doug Eit coaching first base for the Drillers. And some excitement from the young man from Mexico. High fives all the way down the line. Boy, Joe, he got all of that straight away center field.
And it got out of here quick, too.
Oh, center cut rise ball that came right up into the path of the swing.
And all with 2 strikes, too. 0-2 count.
So a 3-run shot off the bat of Jordan Solorio. Juan Zera to the dish.
Omma Tigre have to shut the door here. Don't want any more runs put on the board. They got some good bats in their lineup, so.
That's a foul ball down the left side. Good pickup there by Topper,
Bare
Brad
hand.
Thompson.
Bare hand.
Ron Hackett, the head coach for the Drillers. Similar duties for Team USA. He's in the dugout. Zera fouls this off at the plate. Hasn't been the greatest of seasons for Zera with the Drillers, just 172 coming in. I'm not sure how complete these stats would be. It's only showing him. Oh no, I guess he is playing this.
Yeah.
Well, down on strikes goes Juan Zera. We'll double check the stats here just to make sure they are complete. But Jordan Solorio gets the Drillers off to a 3-0 lead in the top of the first. Good start for the team from Richmond, Virginia. Team from Mexico coming to the plate. hit, deep right field. It's curving. This one, well hit to deep right field this time, and that one is gone. Trying to put it away is Jack Besgrove. The New York Gremlins are world champions.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
Start spreading the news, Joe Todd. It's New York, New York. Back for the bottom of the first inning, and the batting order for the Omma Tigres. There's the starting pitchers, Shota Onodera and Huemo Mata. I'm sure Huemo will be thrilled we're using that shot. Carlos Menchaca, David Diaz, Keito Masaki, top three for the Omma Tigre. Carlos Menchaca, 571 for the tournament, 4 hits, 3 singles and a double. But he's got 6 runs scored, Joe. He's been getting on base for the Tigre and setting the table for the guys behind him. 2 for 3 in the game against Prince George, and 2 for 4 with 3 more runs scored. And he's going to be on base again as he laces that one past a diving Zach Shaw over at second for the Drillers. So nothing like a great start from your leadoff batter after you give up 3 in the top of the inning to answer right back. Defensively for the Drillers, Solorio, Migliavaca, Underwood, left to right in the outfield. Milheim, Schiller, Shaw, Manuel Godoy is at first. Huemo Mata and Juan Zera behind the dish. David Diaz, he's having himself a tournament already, Joe. 600. 3 for 4 against the Prince George River Kings.
1 for 2 in the second game.
Triple in there somewhere and cleared the bases.
Yeah, triple in that first game.
Yeah, 3 for 4.
A walk, 2 runs scored, and an RBI.
That one's in and out of the glove of Zera. And a ricocheted around, hit about 3 legs and maybe a shoe as well. And just a pat on the back, a little reassurance for Huemo Mata. I didn't like Huemo Mata's warm-up pitches, Joe. The first one just seemed to be bowled in almost, and the rest didn't look like a lot of movement on the ball, to be frank. I know Ron Hackett is out to ask about something. I think he was asking whether or not that was considered a defensive conference. Seems like the answer was no. That's a speculation on my part.
Probably a good one.
Zips that one in for a strike at 81. So Huemo Mata may have been watching that monitor out in left field for the speeds that were being registered by Pimentel and Diaz and decided, hey, I can throw in the 80s too. zips that one in for 78. Of course, Joe, when Mata's been at his best, he spots in the rise ball, the drop, and the change. All three very good pitches from Omma Mata.
Diaz stepping forward in that batter's box. You watch as he goes forward now, straight.
Well, down on strikes on a hard drop ball from Omma Mata. Keito Masaki, one of 4 players from Japan here in the tournament. Joe, 6 in total.
Great to see.
And when we had Donnie Hale up here the other day, gave us some real good insight into this. The national team coach from Japan wants the players to come over here and get the experience of playing against the best North and South American players and from Oceania and from Europe. They want them here in the best on best for the experience.
Real change of philosophy, though, from times gone by.
It absolutely is. In years gone by, the answer was no when the calls were made to the Japanese players about coming over to play on the North American tournament circuit. If that door is going to change, that unlocks a whole extra group of players to come over here and participate in the ISC World Tournament.
Keito Masaki with 3 RBIs so far in the tournament, looking to add to that total.
Well, those 3 RBIs came on that home run that he drifted out of here against the Prince George River Kings back on opening day. If you remember, the flags, which are quiet now, were blowing out, and he got one up into the jet stream, and the two of us thought it was a fly ball, and the next thing you know, it's landing in the seats. Big leg kick. So a single and a walk are sandwiched around the strikeout to Diaz, and now he's got to deal with Kazuya Toriyama doing some squats next to the batter's box before he steps in. This guy's a character.
I love it.
Oh, he reminds me totally of Rafa Flores from JB. Practically a deep knee bend. He's got the Bradley Ezekiel going on with pointing the bat. You got to uncoil. Timed up Mata pretty good right there.
If you can give me results, I don't care how you hit it as long as you hit it.
Well, it's a stance very similar in some regards to Bradley Ezekiel.
Yep.
And as Bradley said, you wouldn't teach it to anybody, but it works.
Yeah.
Five RBIs in the tournament already for Toriyama. That one misses downstairs. So 1-1 to the cleanup batter for the Omma Tigre. Another good season for the Tigre, playing in the Midwest, mostly, Joe, also in somewhat of the, I guess, in the Southwest, you would say. Won a couple of tournaments, including the Marchio Invitational, as well as the Newton Mexican American Association, Athletic Association tournament in the Kansas area. Played at the Boys this summer. Just off the outside corner, Mata turns his back and is going to go for a walk. Dosto has got a tight zone. We know that. We've seen that.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. A big, healthy cut from Kazuya Toriyama. Can't catch up to that one.
Nice pitch in that outside part of the plate. And high, too. I think I'd stay up there.
Well, just don't make a mistake and leave it out over the middle. Kept it up there, but kept it just off the plate. 3-2. A typical Huemo Mata inning. A lot of pitches. Called strike 3, outside corner. Toriyama thought he had worked the walk. It'll take us to Jesus Cardona. Already flashed the leather here, Joe, and saved a run at the time. Ultimately, both of those would come around to score on the bomb by Jordan Solorio.
2 for 6 so far in the tournament, 333 batting average.
Straight back to the screen. And a good rise ball gets him to chase upstairs.
You need some more plate discipline to lay off that pitch.
With 20 pitches already for Mata here in the first, Joe.
And we're not done. He just got to. Omma needs to lay off that rise. Great pitch.
Late call for strike 3. Gets two guys looking to end the inning. Pitches around the walk and the single. Through one complete. Northeast Drillers a 3-0 lead early in the nightcap. I feel like I'm going to be pulling.
How confident are you in your organization's security posture? If your answer isn't 100%, you're not alone. Most organizations aren't doing enough to protect their data, and they know it. With Armitage technology, you can stop worrying about IT security issues so you can focus on moving your business forward. Our experienced staff monitor and maintain your IT infrastructure to keep your business running. Visit us at armitagetech.com and make your technology work for your business.
Blake Underwood, 7 batter for the Drillers, will get things going for the team in white and black. Top of the second inning against Shota Onodera. Joe showed some real good movement on some of the pitches, but just caught way too much of the plate. Middle with a rise ball that just came right up into the plane of the bat. And Jordan Solorio made no mistake.
And an 0-2 count. That hurts.
Underwood lines this out to right field, so he's aboard with a leadoff single, and they seem to have his number, Joe, right now.
Yeah, they've had a lot of good, strong swings against him. We're down to the number 8 batter here, and we're only in the second inning, so.
Well, you got a pretty good lineup, Joe, when Manuel Godoy is batting 8. 2 home runs, including a grand slam, 5 RBIs in the opener against Richmond. That'll get you into the ISC guide in a number of categories. Not that he wasn't already there. Multiple times All-World. A leading hitter at one point as well. Veteran on the Argentina squad. The endearing image I have of Manuel Godoy is that leap after they won, they being Argentina, won the World Cup in 2019. As that final out was flipped to him at first, and then the big leap in the air, hands above the head, through the glove, 1.5 miles in the air.
It was a very celebratory night that night.
I'm sure it was, and the next day. It was something, obviously, that program had been building towards, as we've talked about numerous times here since 2012. Outside in the dirt from Onodera. The single by Underwood, the 4th hit of the night for the Drillers. I heard Peter say they came in as a team. Hitting a very lofty number.
Should be at the bottom.
Well, that's
that's
the whole season.
That's the whole season,
That's
just the
not,
2 games.
Yeah, that's not just the tournament.
Yeah.
As we're looking at the stats in Game Changer, but they've got the stats for the whole season there for the Drillers. For the tournament, I thought I heard Peter say over 500. Hard 2-hopper to second base, to 2 for 1, back to 1 for 2. 4-6-3, call it 2. Some good defense by the middle infield. Carlos Menchaca, Jesus Cardona, Kazuya Toriyama on the receiving end.
Good gun by Cardona.
That was a very impressive turn at second base. So Zach Shaw, the 9 batter, will try to get the Drillers' offense back in gear. Went around, says Yuri Dostel. Straight back to the screen.
Good clean base pass right now. You want to end it here with Zach Shaw. Start your new inning off with Teal the next inning. Don't want to extend it again. You want to get your pitcher off the field.
Yeah, you want to get the 9 guy here and not turn over the batting order. Just off the outside corner. Yusuke Morita with the glowworm, and Yuyi Yamawaki, the other Japan players that are here. He's with Georgian Bay Giants, and they're on to the winner's bracket final in ISC 2, and we're on to the bottom of the second. A good clean 1-2-3 inning for the Tigres. The double play erases the base hit. See if the Tigres can get the offense going in the bottom of the second. Well, after they stranded a couple of runners in the bottom of the first inning, the Tigres will look to kickstart this offense with Junior Flores, Alejandro Devage, and Ernesto Sanchez. This one is poked, but that's going to go foul down the right side. Flores just 1 for 4, Joe. They did have a couple of changes in the lineup, we noted, with Jonathan Cardona out in center field in place of Miguel Leyva.
Daniel Durazo also played in one of the games.
Yeah, and Alejandro Delvagi is the DP today. He was not in the lineup previous.
Gian
Sialacomo?
Salacomo. That's
yeah,
it.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
That guy.
That guy.
Strike in the outside corner.
Omma needs some offense going. Can't wait too long.
Down on strikes goes Junior Flores. I mean, the two guys they had on, Mata just roared back and picked up 2 straight strikeouts. All of the outs right now, Joe, by way of strikeouts.
Yes.
Delvagi now to the plate. And relying on Luciano for the pronunciation here. He would know far better than you and I.
Delvagi?
Delvagi. Delvagi. Get the Italian
Yeah.
hand language and everything. Delvagi.
Vaggi.
Delvagi.
I got to practice that one.
Swings over the top. In any language, that is a very good drop ball from Huemo Mata.
Usually right around the strike zone. Wants to pick corners.
That one misses, down and out. Just a hint of a breeze picking up. There was a buzz in the park here today, Joe. Softball City here in Surrey, British Columbia. Outstanding facility. It's been a great, great tournament so far. The games have been outstanding. The players doing everything that you would expect them to do. The performances that they've been putting on. The top teams have been the top teams. Couple of upsets along the way, including this Omma Tigre team, and that one is smashed right back up the middle.
Yeah, the aura around the ballpark is just growing every day. Just getting better and better.
The Legends guys came in today too, and they were just amazed. Those who hadn't been here previously were amazed at this fantastic facility that's here, carved out of the forest. This beautiful backdrop that we've got here on the main diamond. Everything about this week so far has just been fantastic.
Ernesto Sanchez 2 for 5.
Well, one of those was a solo bomb in the game against Toronto. Strike in the outside corner. You can tell when Mata is not pleased with the call. He turns his back to the plate and goes for a walk. Every time. Lifted up in the infield. Zach Shaw will call for that in behind the bag, in behind Godoy. So 2 down. We'll bring up Jonathan Cardona. Already seen a terrific arm from this young player. See what he's got here in the 9 spot for Huemo Mata. I think this is his first appearance in the lineup.
Yep, I just have the same.
I think he got a pinch hit the other day, but first starting. Tried to poke that one. Clearly speed is going to be part of his game. Yeah, he did have a pinch hit the other night.
And his arm.
Yes, defensively. Thinking slap again, and a good strike on the outside corner from Huemo Mata.
Good pick, good location.
Not sure the Drillers have picked up on it that he wants to slap because they're pretty deep still. Milheim's way back at the bag. Well offside. Outside. I mean, if he's able to push one down the third baseline, they'll never get him. Can't catch up with that one. Down on strikes goes Jonathan Cardona. Huemo Mata runs the tally to 5 on the evening. Tigres, strand 1 through 2 complete. Still, Drillers 3, the Omma Tigre, no score.
Does your game need work? Want to get better every game? Every at-bat? You need Lumberjack Sports, focusing on exceptional quality and providing players with reliable, long-lasting product. Lumberjack Sports brings you in-game equipment and off-field workout gear, designed and tested by top fastball player Nick Shales. Hard work, strength, and all-around commitment to getting the job done, and done right, is the motto for Lumberjack Sports. Learn from the best. Play like the best. Check out lumberjacksports.ca.
For the best bear tent banter on the airwaves, listen to Dust Up with Hilly and Lolly. Here's some of the biggest stars chatting with 2 of Newfoundland's own, Jason Hill and Steve Mullally. It's unfiltered and uncensored. Dust Up with Hilly and Lolly, wherever you get your podcasts. Yes, bye.
So back to the top of the shop, Teo Migliavaca, Blaine Milheim, Cam Schiller for the Northeast Drillers. Joe, we're just filtering the stats for the Drillers down to the ISC World Tournament level. And there are some slow pitch numbers in here for the Drillers. Teo Migliavaca batting a measly 800 now for the tournament. The team average was 551.
They love to swing the bat.
And peaking at the right time, too. Something I think you might be able to say about the Bear Creek Express as well. They looked really good, I thought. Just an outstanding game from Justin Schofield last night.
That's one of the better games I ever saw him pitch.
I said to Terry Bader and to,
Whoa.
well, we'll pick that story up. This one, Migliavaca, one hops the wall, flies up to second base, and easily into second base with a stand-up double, just adding to the hit parade for Teo Migliavaca. Blaine Milheim, a measly 833 in the tournament.
Not having any fun at all.
I don't think you could ever say that about Blaine Milheim. Life is fun for this young guy. Didn't you say they were buying a house?
They just finished building it.
Building a house.
He's moved in about 2 months ago now. Him and his fiancée, Amanda.
Five hits, 2 singles, 2 doubles, a home run, 4 RBIs, 4 runs scored, a walk. Fouls this one into the glove. So run it to 0-2. This is where Onodera needs to bear down a little bit.
Yeah, you just have to shut the door here.
Well, he's caught the plate a couple of times too much with 2 strikes on batters. Upstairs to Milheim.
Onodera up to 46 pitches now.
And given that we're just into the third, that's a lot of work.
Yes. Threw a lot in that first inning.
Swing and a miss. Blaine Milheim down on strikes, second time tonight. The broadcaster's curse continues, Joe. Cam Schiller, 429 for the tournament. 5 RBIs already. Chopper on the infield. Cardona retreats. Strong arm throw to get his counterpart at first. Migliavaca goes up to third on the play. 2 down now. And Marshall Cronk to the plate. Marshall, a lowly 667 batting average coming into the game. 4 RBIs, 2 runs scored. This one well hit into the gap, but coming across to make the grab, the right fielder, Kato Masaki. So 2 shutdown innings now for Onodera. He has settled in, Joe, and maybe we'll see if the Tigre can give him some support. They're coming up here in the home half of the third. Stay with us on the ISC Network.
Let's talk about a local one-stop shop. Live Well for Life is just that. A fitness, nutrition, and therapy facility all under one roof. Located at 3878 Wellington Street in Mitchell, Ontario, you can get so much done in just one visit. A full complement of staff on hand include chiropractic, massage, and personal training to get you back to your healthy self. Find them on the web at livewellforlifeinc.com or give
Live Well for Life, a proud sponsor of the broadcast program.
So bottom of the third inning for the Omma Tigre. Back to the top of the shop. Menchaca, sharp single, leading things off in the first. Some action in the Drillers bullpen.
I'm kind of shut out because of the thickness of the screen.
Well, he's got his warm-up jersey on, but I believe that's Martin Gonzalez, just from his motion. It's a bit of a surprise unless Mata is showing some stiffness or something like that when he comes back to the dugout. It's cooled off.
Yeah, maybe Martin just wants some work and cooler night.
It was a glorious day here with the sunshine down and hardly a cloud in the sky. The breeze was out at times, but really not as much as we saw certainly yesterday where it was overcast and cool.
Hopefully that stays with us for the rest of the week.
That would be a wonderful finish to our ISC World Tournament here in Surrey, British Columbia. I'm almost jealous of the Aussie crowd in front of us who have brought a steady supply of food and beverages to the front row. It's all good. We got offered some.
Yeah, Chris offered us some.
Chris Kiefel, who came up to see the Jeff Goolagong Hall of Fame induction on Sunday and get together with some of the friends and colleagues that he hasn't seen in many years, and had a great conversation with Chris the other day. And the offer is still open for him to come up here and join us at any time.
Yeah, I saw a picture on Facebook that today he met the people that he stayed with in 1994 when he came up.
Wow.
The billets were still dropped over to the park to see him.
Outstanding. So Menchaca aboard with the walk. David Diaz at the dish for the Tigre. Was their leading hitter coming in. Squares puts down the bunt. Manuel Godoy will meet him and take the easy out.
Good defensive play by Godoy.
I know we all love our bunting around here. Well, I know you love your bunting around here, but down 3-0 in the third, I'm not sure about giving away outs that easily, to be honest. I guess if you're going to chip away, fair enough.
Maybe the coach saw something he didn't see. Struck out the first time, Diaz.
Keito Masaki.
If nothing else, a bunt will get you your eye on the ball.
Yes, fully agreed there. So Mata got the ball that he wanted as it came back in to play. And a nice rise ball that Masaki swings right through.
Misaki looking for an RBI here.
Well, he's driving, went through, out to right field. Here's the throw. It's up the line and sliding in safely with the first run of the game for the Omma Tigres. It's Carlos Menchaca. And that's a good bit of hitting there by Kato Masaki to go the other way with it, to hit that hard through the gap.
Good bullet off the bat there by Masaki. Driving that ball the other way. Mata gave him an outside pitch. He's willing to take it. Drive it.
So the bunt pays off for the Tigres as they push across a run. And Kazuya Toriyama caught looking in the first. Not looking there.
No.
Stretches with the bat. And a changeup way out in front. Oh my goodness, was he fooled by that.
Great call by Zara.
Would you throw another one?
Sure.
Upstairs, and Toriyama had to back out of the box. Never took his eye off of Huemo Mata, however. Zach Shaw is trying to look in for the signs. He's trying to peer around Toriyama's knee. Called strike three again, and Toriyama can't get the bat off the shoulder on that outside drop.
You got to be more aggressive with 2 strikes.
That's the same pitch that they got him on in the first.
I'm sure Zara and Mata noted that.
Cardona also caught looking in the first. And the changeup and waved at by Cardona. Just trying to protect himself with that. He's trying to turn out of the way, but the bat comes through and ends up fouling it off. So 0-2 on Jesus Cardona. Huemo Mata, 6 strikeouts and counting. Tigres have pushed across a run. Looking for more here in the third. A changeup again and make it 7 strikeouts on the night now for Huemo Mata. The changeup, the equalizer for him this inning.
Let's talk about a local one-stop shop. Live Well for Life is just that, a fitness, nutrition, and therapy facility all under one roof. Located at 3878 Wellington Street in Mitchell, Ontario, you can get so much done in just one visit. A full complement of staff on hand include chiropractic, massage, and personal training to get you back to your healthy self. Find them on the web at livewellforlifeinc.com or give Live Well for Life, a proud sponsor of the broadcast program.
Jordan Solorio is responsible for the 3 runs for the Northeast Drillers. A big, booming home run to straightaway center field to score Teo Migliavacca and Cam Schiller. And he's done it again! This time it's right center field, clunks off the top of the bleachers. Jordan Solorio rocking the world right now.
Having a big night tonight.
Boy, the future is bright for some of these future stars. That was a rocket, Joe. Watch the replay here. Missed his spot. They wanted it out. He came back in and banging around the bleachers. 2 for 2. 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, responsible for all the Drillers' runs tonight. Jordan Solorio, have a night, young man.
Wasn't too far away from where he hit the other home run, wasn't it?
No, the first one was
Straight
straight
away?
center field. This one was over
on the stands.
a set of bleachers.
Yeah.
1-0 yanks this one foul into the screen. Off the plate wide for a ball. And boy, that can be a morale crusher too. You scratch and claw to get 1 run back, and then it disappears right away.
Second pitch of the inning.
Zera, a little flare out to left field, and he's aboard with a single. So back-to-back hits for the Drillers. A home run followed up by a single. That'll bring up Blake Underwood. He singled in the second, leading things off. And now we've got some action down in the Omma Tigres bullpen as Rio Koyama emerges from the dugout. And he goes down to throw and get ready. I think all of us, Joe, were looking forward to a rematch between Koyama and Hoimo Mata as they last met in 2019 in Prague in a very memorable World Cup final. This one well hit deep left field, tracking back to the fence and gone! A 2-run shot for Blake Underwood.
Blake Underwood and Jordan Solorio are both having boomer nights tonight.
Well, 3 runs again here for the Northeast Drillers. They like to score in bunches. We've seen them do it all tournament long, and that's going to be it, I think, for Onodera. But, Joe, I think the horse has left the barn.
Yeah, a little too late.
A bit of shell shock on the face of Onodera, too. He just looks like, wow, I can't believe that just happened. It was 3-1 coming into this inning, and half a dozen pitches later, it is 6-1, and the Drillers threatening to pull this one out of sight.
Got to be able to shut the door.
Well, Rio Koyama still down in the bullpen, but there goes Onodera. We'll take a break, and we'll be back after Rio Koyama comes to warm up.
Sometimes people worry about asking for help because there can be a stigma around mental health problems.
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
They might believe that asking for help means admitting that something's wrong.
Trust your teammates. Trust your teammates.
Some people worry about how others might see them.
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
Asking for help means that you want to make changes and take the first steps towards better mental health.
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
We should celebrate the courage it takes to speak up and make changes.
Trust your teammates. Trust your teammates.
Getting help is part of recovery.
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
Mental health isn't something you need to keep to yourself. Talk to a friend. Trust your teammates. You're not alone.
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
The first steps may be the toughest, but knowing where to look for help is a good start. Community mental health organizations like the Canadian Mental Health Association or Mental Health America offer resources and programs that can help you. Visit cmha.ca or mentalhealthamerica.net to find a branch in your community.
And remember,
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
Dances out of the way of that one. It'll change his speed, comes in for a strike, and that's what Rio Koyama is all about. Location, change the speeds, never show the same pitch to the same batter twice.
He had pinpoint location, just hitting Sanchez's glove.
Called a strike on that outside corner. Went from 56 to 75 on the radar gun. And again, 75 certainly doesn't sound overwhelming, But when you think about the comparative speed between 56 and 75, it's all about throwing off the timing of the batters. Teo Migliavaca doesn't seem to be bothered too much, however. Getting a little late, Joe, for some of the fans. We're way late here tonight due to some of the delays in the prior games. And for those of you who follow along on the website and Facebook and Twitter, 1, thanks for following us. 2, it's going to be the morning Pacific time before anything gets done tomorrow. It won't be tonight.
Don't stay up late.
Six runs on 8 hits for the Drillers. I don't think anybody else was anywhere near what their team batting average was. Maybe the Gremlins, but boy, these guys have really just shot the lights out.
Must have had some really good batting practices.
Migliavaca swings over the top, down on strikes. Koyama indeed comes in and shuts the door, but it's after the horse has left the barn. The Drillers up 6-1 now on the Tigre. We're going to go to the home half of the fourth. Omma with some work to do.
The annual Boys of Summer tournament is held every July at the Circle Tap Bar and Grill in Denmark, Wisconsin. We host some of the top teams in the game at one of the best venues in softball. The atmosphere of old-time fast pitch with all of the amenities of a full-service bar and grill in the grounds can't be beat. Reduced-rate hotels about 10 minutes from the park are available in Green Bay. To bring your team to the annual Boys of Summer tournament next July, contact Dean Kane at deankane16@gmail.com. Thanks to Circle Tap for their support of the broadcast program.
Do you need a reliable supply of products to run your business? Are you tired of having to deal with multiple suppliers to get everything you need? Absolute Business Supply is your dedicated, full-service business supply partner offering over 400,000 products and unmatched customer service. At ABS, we aren't just selling products. We offer a commitment to building meaningful relationships with our customers, getting to know your business goals,
Junior Flores, Alejandro Davaji, and Ernesto Sanchez for the Omma Tigre. 6, 7, and 8 in their order. Huemomata, 7 strikeouts. 3 hits and the lone run for the Tigre. They push that across in the third. Can't catch up there. Outside rise ball. And that one clips him on the hand. He'll get sent down to first base. Back of the hand, and boy, those hurt, Joe, when you get your hand compressed against the bat handle. Oh.
A little bit cooler weather tonight. Doesn't help the situation.
Down the first base goes Flores to a resounding round of clap there by a solo fan over on the third base side. Hardy fan that's still over there.
I don't know, is a person that liked him or doesn't like him.
Tough crowd. Tough crowd. Delvaje singled sharply back in the second inning. Was stranded at first. There hasn't been a clean inning yet that Mata has had. And you can tell by the way Huemo Mata is striding away from home plate. He didn't like the call.
No. I think Mata would like to pitch and umpire.
Well, that one's in for a strike. It was right down 128th Street. Swing through, make it 2-2 on Delvaje. They can't catch up with that one. Zipped in at 79 by Huemo Mata. Make it 8 strikeouts now on the evening. Ernesto Sanchez popped out to Zach Shaw. .58-mile-an-hour changeup. Left it up and off the plate, however. This one is poked down the right field line. That is going to be just foul, just on the right side of that line. Whoa, that was close. It's absolutely on the right side of the line, but boy, it's only by mere centimeters.
Good call by home first base umpire Kevin Wallace.
Looked like he was having a chuckle about it down there with somebody.
Yeah. Kevin always has a good time.
He does. He enjoys being here. Was awarded the Leon Watson Award last year for the work that he's done as an umpire. 6-4, back to 3, call it 2. To a resounding round of catcalls from the Omma supporters. Not happy with that one, but it certainly was pretty to watch. 4 complete, 6-1 for the Northeast Drillers. They're coming back up in the 5th.
Welcome to Mont Hill Golf and Country Club. With our beautiful 27-hole golf course open to the public, we work tirelessly to ensure your time with us is second to none. Well, here you'll be able to enjoy an incredible dining experience at our very own Big Pete's Steakhouse. Play some of the best courses in the world with our state-of-the-art golf simulators. Upgrade your gear with the top brands at our pro shop, or host a stunning wedding, event, or conference inside one of our beautiful ballrooms. Learn all this and more at monthill.ca. We can't wait to see you soon.
Blaine Milheim at the plate for the Drillers. 2 strikeouts in Blaine's row here, Joe. You don't often see that from the 2-batter for the Drillers.
Not at all. He needs to get his bat going if the Drillers continue on.
Well, he waves at that one from Rio Koyama. Well, they're doing just fine without him tonight.
Yes.
But you want him to be a contributor, without a doubt. That one misses downstairs. And a third one for Milheim, this time looking. Boy, he's going to be back studying the film on this one tonight. Or he may burn it, one or the other.
Wielding the golden sombrero right now.
Whew. Cam Schiller singled, scored back in the first on the first of 2 home runs from Jordan Solorio tonight. Koyama working a little quicker, too. Straight back to the screen. Nail Signs continues to throw. The young right-hander from Argentina was part of their U23 team that earned a bronze medal last April.
Nice.
And down on strikes goes Cam Schiller, a real nice drop ball.
Three strikeouts in a row for Koyama now.
Well, he picked up 7 Ks in the first game in 5 innings, and then 10 against Toronto. Just nice and easy out there. Everything's all good. I'm just going to toss the ball, you know, come in, strike some guys out. Not a care in the world. Just misses downstairs, does Koyama. You can't hang anything to Marshall Cronk because he'll hurt it.
Yeah.
Chopper on the infield. Flores over to first. A clean inning for the Omma Tigre. Last time they did that, they were able to respond with the bats. They got 1 back. They need 5 to tie. We'll go to the bottom of the 5, and we'll see what the Tigres have got in store.
Catcher, inch by inch, we'll fight to make the lives of First Nations people in this community, this province, and on this continent better. I know we have a long way to go, but I'm proud to say as long as our people have a need, dream catcher will be there for them.
Jonathan Cardona, then back to the top of the shop for Carlos Menchaca and David Diaz. Omma Tigres. Little bleeder on the infield. This kid flies and Superman slide into first base. He is safe. Boy, does he get down the line in a hurry.
Good bounce by Zara to get out of there. Catching position. But the wheels of Jonathan Cardona leg it out.
Well, here's somebody else we can add to the, what is it, the 60-meter dash? Is that the short one that they do? Put him in there with Biondi and Nick White, Tawny Mumu, Alan Pecker. Strike in the outside corner to Menchaca. You looking for some other candidates for the race?
Yeah.
And again on the outside corner. Mata tapping the cleats to free up some of the dirt that accumulates in the cleats. Just inside. Cruzera held that there for an extra look. Towards the hole, Zach Shaw ranges over to his left and makes a nice play, underhand flip to first. Showing some range over there, Zach Shaw. He went a fair distance to go get that.
Good and clean, stayed down on the ball.
David Diaz, sack bunt last trip. Tigre need him swinging away here and producing another base hit, but the changeup. And this is where you know that Huemo Mata is having some fun at this point, Joe, because he's mixing the changeup in 2-3 every at bat now, not putting any stress on the body.
He's very tough to hit once the game gets past the fifth inning.
Comes in with the hard stuff there. High rise, tough to lay off. Right to the glove of Mata. He'll turn and spin and throw to first. Freezes Jonathan Cardona at second.
Mata with 74 pitches, 75 now.
Well, he's cut down on some of the pitches here because he was over 20 in the first. So he's found some efficiency here. as the game has gone on. Not quite as many deep counts.
Yeah.
And again, just all about saving the wear and tear. Well, that one misses way upstairs from Mr. Mata. Do a little landscaping as he heads back to the board. Two and one, called strike. Kato Masaki looking to light just even a small fire here for the Omma Tigres in the fifth. Chopper on the infield. Shaw's got to come get it. Easy underhand toss. The single by Cardona gets up to second, but stranded there. Goes no further. 3 groundouts from the Tigre in the fifth. Still 6-1 for the Drillers. They've got this one well in hand so far. Coming back up in the top of the sixth.
Let's talk about a local one-stop shop. Live Well for Life is just that, a fitness, nutrition, and therapy facility all under one roof. Located at 3878 Wellington Street in Mitchell, Ontario, you can get so much done in just one visit. A full complement of staff on hand include chiropractic, massage, and personal training to get you back to your healthy self. Find them on the web at livewellforlifeinc.com or give Live Well for Life, a proud sponsor of the broadcast program.
There's Nail Signs, the new pitcher for the Omma Tigre. And welcome to the game. You've got to face Jordan Solorio. He's only got 2 home runs tonight, both of them boomers. A 3-run shot in the first, a solo bomb in the fourth. And these two would have faced each other in that U23 event. In and off the foot of Sanchez. Signs hard-throwing right-hander, as you might expect, from Argentina. And a hard hit ball by Solorio. He's 3 for 3. Jesus Cardona, who is pretty fancy with the glove at short, just can't come up with this hard hit ball. Took a bit of a hard hop on him, too, after the second one. So Juan Zara, 1 for 2. Singleton scored. That was on the home run by Blake Underwood. Some good experience here, Joe, for Nail Signs, facing one of the top clubs in the ISC.
Be great experience. Put under his belt.
Yeah, you take these at bats here facing top hitters. You put it into your pocket. You learn what works, what you need to work on. And a little bit erratic right now. Almost feels like he's rushing things a bit. Do you get that sense?
Yeah, he could slow it down.
Pours in a strike. I don't know if Zara was having some fun with that, but that seemed like it was right down the middle, and he was taking all the way. Swings over a good drop from Nail Signs. And, Joe, we would be remiss if we didn't tell, again, the Juan Zara story. We might tell this every game that Juan Zara plays for the rest of his entire life. There's ball 4. In Simcoe at the Chiefs Challenge, it's raining a little bit on Sunday. The Drillers have been eliminated. Zara and a number of the other Argentine players are watching just off to our right. Our center field camera is fogging up a little bit. Luciano yells over, "Zara, Zara!" Juan looks up. Luciano calls him over, hands him a clean rag, and says, "Go out to the center field and rub it like this to clean up." And Zara jogs out to center field, cleans off the camera, comes back as the rag back to Luciano. Peter and I are looking, and we're just in astonishment that one of the best players in the world is just trotting out to center field to clean off the camera. Beautiful.
Great
Beautiful.
friends. Great friends.
It's great to have friends.
Yeah.
And I can't think of a single other sport where that would happen.
You know,
can you imagine? Mitch Marner, would you go out and clean up the camera for us, please? Or George Springer, would you mind going out and giving the camera a wipe? No. Juan Zara, yep, sure. Let me jog out there and do that for you. It's a game full of great people.
each of them well respected.
Blake Underwood, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hit the ball hard twice tonight.
Bowls this one in, and everybody will move up 60 feet. Solorio to third, Zara to second. And a pinch runner appears for Juan Zara.
Danny Mitchell. Is it?
No, it's Edgar Navarro.
Edgar Navarro.
Danny's number 77. I'm pretty sure I
yep.
saw number 2 come out. Yeah,
yep.
Edgar Navarro. So pinch runner here in the 6th. Blake Underwood fouls that one off. Signs the third pitcher of the night for the Omma Tigres, Shota Onodera. Bit of a surprise starter. Rio Koyama came on for an inning and 2/3. Punched right back up the middle. 1 run scores. Here's the throw to the plate, but it's late as Navarro scores ahead and make it 8-1 now for the Northeast Drillers.
Good power hit for Blake Underwood, his third of the night. His third RBI of the night.
I think he's got 4. 2-run home run and 2 more right there.
Oh, sorry, 2 runs, yes. Manuel Godoy now at the plate. No one out. Signs has his hands full.
Yeah, there's no weak spots here in this order. Manuel Godoy in the 8th spot. Boy, swing and a miss. Didn't get the call. Nail Signs. Little disconsolate. But we talked about it when he came in, Joe. A learning experience, what you've got to do. And one of those things is to just be a little bit more consistently around the plate and just earn that trust of the umpires that they'll maybe give you a corner.
Yes, you got to be closer. You're gonna get, and you'll get those extra calls.
Oh, there's a good off-speed pitch called strike 3. Manuel Godoy thought he was aboard with a walk, but that one floats in for a called strike on the inside corner. Good pitch from Signs, showing us that he's got some off-speed.
Good movement, too, on that pitch.
First pitch swinging is Shaw. That's going to fall foul and then hop over the fence. On deck is Teo Migliavaca, the top of the shop for the Northeast Drillers. There's in for a strike. 0-2 on Zach Shaw. Well, that one skips off the shoe of Sanchez. Up to second base goes Blake Underwood. And a good pitch, good hard rise ball from Nail Signs to record the strikeout on Zach Shaw. That's 2 in a row for the youngster. He's got to step up in weight class a little bit, figuratively speaking, for Teo Migliavaca. Ten hits on the board for the Northeast Drillers. These guys, Joe, it's like fireworks.
There's no easy outs in that lineup.
It's been the middle, top through the middle, but even at the bottom, they're getting base hits as Migliavaca swings through that one. Blake Underwood, 3 for 3 tonight, 4 RBIs. Jordan Solorio, 3 for 3, 2 home runs, 3 runs scored, 4 RBIs. Probably looking at Jordan for our offensive player of the day. Tony Gonzalez had a big 3-run bomb for the Hill United Chiefs. It was a solo shot in your AWP game that won the game for the Lumberjacks. Who hit that one for the Lumberjacks? Do you remember? Sorry, I put you on the spot.
Yeah, that's fine.
Federico Olheiser. Line shot into the glove. Carlos Menchaca, one step to his right and snares that hot shot off the bat of Teo Migliavaca. We will go to the home half of the sixth. The Tigres need to score to keep this one going.
Welcome to Mont Hill Golf and Country Club. With our beautiful 27-hole golf course open to the public, we work tirelessly to ensure your time with us is second to none. Well, here you'll be able to enjoy an incredible dining experience at our very own Big Pete's Steakhouse. Play some of the best courses in the world with our state-of-the-art golf simulators. Upgrade your gear with the top brands at our pro shop, or host a stunning wedding, event, or conference inside one of our beautiful ballrooms. Learn all this and more at monthill.ca. We can't wait to see you.
For the best bear tent banter on the airwaves, listen to Dust Up with Hilly and Lolly. Here's some of the biggest stars chatting with two of Newfoundland's own, Jason Hill and Steve Mullally. It's unfiltered and uncensored. Dust Up with Hilly and Lolly, wherever you get your podcasts. Yes, bye.
Heading into the bottom of the sixth inning will be the first baseman, Kazuya Toriyama.
Kazuya Toriyama, you got it.
Yeah, 1 for 3 so far. 2 strikeouts looking. Just had a single. Sorry, 2 strikeouts looking. I'm predicting he's going to have a single.
You're predicting a single. We're going to say goodnight to Peter Labardius,
Night.
our broadcast partner, as he's going to get an early start on the traffic to hotel.
Oh.
Well, Joe, it looks like you were off. He's going to get a double.
Jesus Cardona now at the plate. Cardona, 2 strikeouts, 1 swing, 1 looking, 1 swinging. Haim Almada and this new Northeast Driller team are trying to shut the door here now. They are in sight of the run-ahead rule right now. Run-ahead rule is 7 after 5 complete innings. We're now in the 6th. Pitch and release, single right up the middle. Driving in Toriyama, sorry. Can't read my own writing at this time of night.
Well, Jesus Cardona comes through with the RBI double, back-to-back doubles off the bat of the 4 and 5 hitters for the Omma Tigre. And we will get to the 7th inning as they've cut the gap now to just the 6 runs.
Mata picks up the gas pedal there. Throws in a real fast pitch. Didn't catch that on the radar gun. We'll catch the next one. Throwing a little bit harder now.
Well, he still hasn't matched that 81 that he put up in the first inning. That one registering at least at 74.
Junior Florida is now at the plate. Runner in scoring position at second base. No one out. Bottom of the 6th inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Flores. Infielders down and ready. Ball popped up in the air. Ball going out the shortstop.
Well, Cam Schiller
picks that ball up for the first out of the inning.
Did what the good shortstops should do. He calls off the backpedaling Blaine Milheim. It's always easier to come into a ball rather than backpedaling to it. And even though it's over by the line, and really Milheim didn't have to go that far backwards.
We have a pinch hitter now at the plate for Omma. Number 20, Alejandro Marcia.
I think it's Garcia.
I'm not sure if that's a G or an H or an M.
Pretty sure it's Garcia.
Garcia. He's batting for Alejandro Del Valle. Ball poked out to right field, to the right fielder. Recording the second out of the inning.
That's Blake Underwood.
Blake Underwood picking that ball up. Runner advancing over to third base. That will be Cardona. Ernesto Sanchez now at the plate. Sanchez 0 for 2 so far. Hit into a double play last time back in the 4th inning.
That was not a very popular call with the fans that were there at the time, too. Martin Gonzalez up again in the bullpen for the Northeast Drillers.
Mata requesting that pitch, but home plate umpire not in agreement. Yuri Dostal from Czechia. Pitch just missing off the edge of the plate. Sanchez would love to pick up another hit, drive in that 3rd run. Pitch in the release. Took a little bit off that, but outside.
There's the back turn again from Huemo Mata.
3-1 count to Sanchez. Pitch in the release. Ball fouled down the third base line. Mata trying to shut the door here now. Doesn't want another run to come in. Pitch fouled off by Sanchez. Over maybe onto the diamond 2.
Well, this by far the last game of the night. Legends wrapped up play early in the evening. The last ISC 2 game was over about an hour ago.
Pitch high. Sanchez earns a walk. Runners on first and third now. 2 down. Jonathan Cardona now at the plate. Cardona had a single back in the 5th inning. Struck out back in the 2nd. Going to have a pinch runner. 2 out for the catcher. That'll be the new gentleman that came into the game. Number 20, Alejandro Garcia. Mata can't find the plate right now.
Well, the grunt is back, so you know that he's trying to turn up the velocity and the volume a little bit.
One ball, 2 strikes to Cardona. Just strike 2. Sorry, I was 1-1 count. I thought it was 1-2. Ball fouled off by Cardona.
That almost got a piece of our camera that's mounted on that gate.
That wouldn't be nice at all.
That's the view from that particular camera.
It's a great shot. You get to see that left-handed batter. Fouled off again. I think he's aiming for it.
I know, that one was within a foot of it, too.
Mata trying to find that strikeout pitch. Down low, out of the strike zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball trying to slap by Cardona. Punched it out to left field, but it was foul.
Cardona's seen a lot of pitches at this at bat. He's seen the change, he's seen the up, he's seen the down. Just about everything that Huemo Mata's got in his bag of tricks. Got to find something different.
But he tried a change-up to the number 9 batter.
You don't typically want to do that, but changes are hard to slap.
Good snap on that ball. Good catch on that outside corner. Cardona sits down for the 3rd strike. And the 3rd out of the inning. So with 6 complete, the score is the Northeast Drillers 8 and the Omma Tigra 2. We'll be back with the top of the 7th inning in a few moments.
Peligro Sports provides the essentials needed to give your team an edge on the field. Our brand is rooted in creating a unique experience tailored to the specific needs of your team to ensure your performance is at the best level to execute plays. At Peligro Sports, we rally behind our athletes and understand their fight to take their game to a dangerous level. Visit our store at 2200 Amsterdam Avenue in New York City or see us online at peligrosportsnyc.com. Thanks to Jose and Peligro Sports for their support of the broadcast program.
Leadoff batter for the Northeast Drillers heading into the top 7th inning will be double zeros, Blaine Milheim. Milheim has really struggled at the plate, struck out all 3 times.
Yeah, we bigged him up coming in, Joe. He was having an outstanding tournament. Literally was batting over 800. I think that's taken a hit here tonight.
Signs catching that corner of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Blaine Milheim trying to find that aggressive swing he had before. Wants to get some contact. Sets him in play for future games. Signs. Milheim hits the ball out to the second baseman, Carlos Manchaca, over to first base for the first out of the top of the 7th inning.
Well, a small moral victory for Blaine Milheim. He doesn't go home with 4 Ks tonight. He won't be happy with an 0 for 4, but
better than 0 for 4 strikeouts. Cam Schiller now at the plate. Schiller 1 for 3 so far. Had a single back in the first inning and scored a run.
they checked on the swing down at third base, but did not go around.
Matthew Leclerc at third base.
Well, he's not had much of a busy time tonight at all, has he?
That was his first call of the night, I believe. One ball, 2 strikes to Schiller. Signs with the ball in the release. Balls pop out to left field. Hit out to no man's land. Schiller deciding not to go to second, holding up now.
Well, rather wisely, David Diaz came in and corralled that. It rattled around between he and Jesus Cardona. You couldn't have walked this out there any better. Just outside the reach of Cardona.
Hit her out in the Bermuda Triangle. Marshall Kroc now at the plate. Marshall looking for his first hit of the night. 0 for 3 so far. 2 ground outs and a pop fly out to the right fielder. Signs missing off the edge of the plate. Missing inside now. Kroc way up in the count. Two balls. Gonna see how much of the plate he gets with this one. If he comes back, no. Missed inside. Schiller going down to second base on the wild pitch.
Almost reluctantly, I think, did he go down to second base. It was a slow trot.
3-0 count to Kroc. And he gets the green light.
Interesting. Swinging 3-0 in an 8-2 ball game.
Signs trying to work his way back. Did not catch it. Kroc gets on by way of a walk. First time he's reached first base tonight. Jordan Solario, our big stick for the night for the Northeast Drillers. 2 home runs and a single. 4 RBIs. All 3 times crossed the plate. We have a pinch runner at first base.
Now it's Danny Mitchell, I believe. Oh, no, it's number 11, Wes Short.
Wes Short.
Chatting with Toriyama. Didn't know Wes spoke Japanese.
Here's an amazing piece of trivia for you, Blair. Wes Short and I share birthdays.
You do?
Yes, sir.
I didn't know that he was, or that you were only 32.
Yeah, the days, not the years. Signs having trouble finding a plate here in the 6th and the 7th inning. Big swing by Solario.
Not that in any way Omma Mata and Roman Godoy are getting old. They're not. But these are guys like Nail Signs, Juan Pepe, who was with the STK squad this year, another hard-throwing right-hander from Argentina. These guys are going to be the future of Argentina, and they're already here getting the experience of facing the best on best.
Nice changeup.
A real good changeup. He's the only guy to retire Solorio tonight. 3 for 4. I still think he's our offensive player of the day.
Sure. Swings a real good bat.
Well, earlier today, which was about 14 years ago, it feels like, Damon Creasy did hit a grand slam for the Fargo Kegel Black Knights squad. But Solario, 3 for 4, 3 runs, 4 RBIs. Hard to argue.
Yeah. Look good at the plate. Juan Zara now at the plate. 1 strike to Zara. 2 down here now in the top of the 7th inning. Strike 2. Nice low pitch there. Zara pretending he was driving a 9-iron there. Zara sits down on strikes, signs for his 5th strikeout in 2 innings of work. We'll be back with the bottom of the 7th inning with the Northeast Drillers leading by a score of 8-2. We'll be back with the bottom of the 7th.
Dream catcher, inch by inch, we'll fight to make the lives of First Nations people in this community, this province, and on this continent better. I know we have a long way to go, but I'm proud to say as long as our people have a need, Dreamcatcher will be there for them.
For the best Bear Tent banter on the airwaves, listen to Dust Up with Hilly and Lolly. Here's some of the biggest stars chatting with 2 of Newfoundland's own, Jason Hill and Steve Mullally. It's unfiltered and uncensored. Dust Up with Hilly and Lolly, wherever you get your podcasts. Yes, bye.
Leadoff batter for the Omma Tigre heading into the bottom of the 7th inning will be the top of the order, the second baseman, Carlos Menchaca. Mata comes in with a strike. Mata trying to fill up that strike zone right now. 0-2. Menchaca flies that ball out to the right fielder. Jordan Solario. Solario's played a great game at the plate and now caught his first fly ball of the night. David Diaz now at the plate. Diaz 0 for 3 so far in the game. Ron Hackett coming out to call time. Not sure why this would be at this stage of the game. Making sure maybe he pulled a muscle or something, or maybe Ron noticed something.
Well, he's flexing the right knee, and he was gripping the inside of that knee before, so worthwhile visit for Ron Hackett just to check on his ace.
Nice strike call there by Mata on Diaz. Diaz looking for his first hit of the night. Just missing off the edge of the strike zone. Mata with the pitch in the rock. Strike call. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Mata working a little bit quicker pace this inning. Sitting Diaz down on strikes. Second time Diaz has been down tonight.
Ten now in the night for Huemo Mata.
Kato Masaki now at the plate. Masaki 1 for 2 so far. Had a walk back in the first inning. Single back in the third. Drove in a run. Grounded out back in the fifth. I believe his single was actually to right field, so I'm sure that right side of the infield for the Drillers is aware of that. Also, the fielding play was to the second baseman, Zach Shaw. Mata behind in the count now. 2 balls, no strikes. Still missing. 3-0 count now. We'll see if Mata going to try and work his way back. Did so. That's strike. Three balls, 1 strike to Masaki. Mata filling up that strike zone now. Is he going to work his way back? 3-0 count, now 3-2. Mata with the pitch and release. And Masaki goes down on strikes for the closeout the game. Final score, Northeast Drillers 8 and the Omma Tigre 2. To wrap up the night, great hitting performance by the Northeast Drillers. Jordan Solario had a big night at the plate. Good pitching performance by Emil Mata. We'll be back on the air tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. Our first game, I believe, will be Grand Prairie Pirates. Trying to think.
Well, Grand Prairie Pirates will be one of the teams. Look for the post on Twitter and Facebook in the morning. Folks, thanks for joining us here as we wrap up our Wednesday at the ISC World Tournament. Blair Sedford, Joe Todd, Luciano Lafrano, Carol Dureste, Peter Labardius, thanks for joining us here. It's been a long one. We'll look forward to another one tomorrow. Have a great night. Thanks for sticking with us.
For the latest in softball innovation, the website where you can experience the best tournaments in the Americas. Live games, news, tournaments, and much, much more. The best quality live softball, on demand so you can watch when you want. Become a Premier member now. SoftballPremierTV.com. Live it on Softball Premier. For the latest in softball innovation, the website where you can experience the best tournaments in the Americas. Live games, news, tournaments, and much, much more. The best quality live softball, on demand so you can watch when you want. Become a Premier member now. SoftballPremierTV.com. Live it on Softball.